War of the Spark sealed. Here we go. We have 202,000 gems. That should hopefully be enough. Let's rock. Oh, alright. I've never done sealed. Open 6 packs. Open. Is he just going to open them all at once? These are the rares. Okay, we got Nicol Bolas, Dragon God. That's pretty sweet. Tameo, less good. Finale of Eternity, very good. So these two are a nice combo. And Krenko, King Street Kingpin. Tin Street Kingpin. Play those three, certainly, together. And maybe Tameo and Bioessence Hydra could be another angle if this doesn't come together. Fairy Time Rod. But this is a pretty sweet. I think Finale of Eternity and Nicol Bolas Dragon God are amongst the best rares in the set. So this is a pretty good start to my sealed War of the Spark sealed career. It's going to be all downhill from here. I guess you have 4 of everything. So got those extras. And this is my pool. I've actually never built a sealed deck. What is this? Oh, that's my mana curve. It's just weird look when it looks empty like that. All right, let's scroll here. We got, so I'm going to add the cards. I don't know. My typical process for building a sealed deck is to first look at the rares, which I just did, because that splashes up at the very beginning. Look for the kind of colors I would like to play on the basis of the rares, and then go through the colors and sort of add cards that would entice me to want to play those colors. And it's usually just the removal or the like very good commons, uncommons, and rares. So starting with white, like I would want to play a Johnny's Pridemate, Lodrune Enforcer, maybe Divine Arrow, maybe a Johnny's, Divine Arrow. Less a Johnny's Pridemate, a little bit Johnny's Pridemate. Trusted Pegasus, also a good one. Going down to blue, Chaos Dismissal is Deece. Gives me his Transmutation. Flux Channeler's Deece. Skylord is quite good. I think Rescue Sphinx is also okay. We got a Spark Harvest, Tooth, Soren's Thoists. We've got, yes, the Finale of Eternity. Red, we've got Chandra's Triumph. There's a Heartfire, a little bit less good. We have 3 Spellgorger Weirds and a Krenko. Spellgorger Weird count any non-creature spell. And we got the Tybalt. Green has Pollen Bright Druid. Evolution Sage. 2 Band-Togethers. It's got a Challenger Troll. Fairy. We got D-Spark. Oh, Kaya we can also throw into a Nicol Bolas deck. 10th District Legionnaire. Huatley. Tameo. Bioessence Hydra. Nikki B. Got a Gateway Plaza. Oh, I'm really looking for the oh no! That's the only mana fixing? 1 Gateway Plaza? Uh-oh. Let's redeem some wild cards. Get some mana fixing up in here. Jeez. Well, Trip's Spellgorger Weird. Yeah, that's pretty exciting. So let's turn this sideways, maybe. Crap. You can't. Can you sort by color? What does this do? Huh? What is that? The Sparky like intro thing? What does that accomplish? It takes all my cards away. You can go this way or this way. I kind of wanted to sort by color. Maybe I can look here. Just total numbers. Yes, sealed. Well, I guess this doesn't work terribly well. Could you export from this view? I'm gonna hit done. Obviously, you can go back and edit a few times. Building these sealed decks, I'll have to get used to, but not a huge fan of this interface. No mana fixing at all makes it a little bit harder to play our Nicol Bolas. Seems like we may be splashing the blue, because the black and the red seem pretty strong. A lot more decent cards, and we have double-colored black cards in Soren's Thirst. We do have an Eternal Skylord we could splash, and maybe a Kasmina's Transmutation. All off the strength of this one Gateway Plaza is going to be a little tricky. But let's go ahead and start See, it's hard to experiment in this deck building interface because you can't save versions of it and it's hard to see. Maybe if I stack them all. Maybe I should have started with this, just stacking all the cards. White, blue. Yeah, definitely, just definitely fat catting it up here with my 200,000 gems. You know, my credit card fell to my wallet, and I was just sitting there on the ground, and I couldn't help but just use it, you know? You'd think some protections would have come into play at one point. Dee. Gold cards. It's actually not that many strictly black cards. I think in this instance, Kaya would be like a black card. How many total planeswalkers do we have? We have Kaya. We should have 6, right? Kaya, Tamio. That's 1, 2, 3. Fairy Time Raveler. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is our 5? Or Tybalt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't catch what our last planeswalker is. It's probably Baden. Or maybe it's already... Oh, and Huali, right. Let's look at the other red cards. So we do have the bit of the sacrifice duders in... Well, the sacrifice outlet in On-Crop Invader and a sacrifice enabler in Grim Initiate. Another outlet in Devouring Hellion and a demolish and a bolt band. That's okay. Black, got some random dudes, more sack outlets, random guy, bad mind rot, weird zombify. And then blue we have a bit more random junk. Relentless Advance, a Crushed Descent, Contentious Plan, but red has triple Spellgorger, weird. Although, how many spells? Red has no more spells we'd be willing to play, and black has 1 more? We do have Spark Harvest, 2 Sorin's Thirsts. I'm trying to think of like what my main color is going to be, because I'm definitely going to attempt to play Nicol Bolas Dragon God. Sort of splashing either blue or red off of basically Gateway Plaza and a couple islands or mountains. I don't think any of the other... I don't think white or green stand a chance. So let's get them out of there. White or green, be gone. I don't know why it still has forests. I guess I turned off auto mana base at some point. Alright, let's start adding all the potential cards I guess we could reasonably play. Probably would play one of those and one of those, maybe. Maybe one of those. Grim Initiate, On-Crop, Devouring Hellion, maybe the Goblin Assault team. I think blue pairs a lot better with, where'd it go? The Spellgorger Weirds. Like cards like Callous Dismissal are playable. You can play Contentious Plan when you have triple Spellgorger Weird. Stealth Mission. I think Crushed Descent, I think Relentless Advance. And maybe Kyoro's Dambreaker. Don't really want to play Augur of Bolas unless I have like no other 2-drops to play. But I'd be playing, so I just mentioned how good blue is with red, but then black has to be shoved aside if that's what I do. So blue has a lot better spells. Its individual cards are less powerful. I think I have to go black red, splashing the blue. Let's see what that looks like. So the only cards I'd be willing to actually splash, again, off 0 mana fixing, are potentially Kasmina's Transmutation and potentially the Eternal Skylord. And we'd mostly be black-red deck. Let's sort out... I wish there were some sort buttons somewhere down here, like Magic Gathering Online. Because now I have to, like, manually move everything. Okay. Let's get all the 2s in the right spot. We still have a fair amount of spells to go with these Spellgorger Weirds in just black-red. Man, the 3-drop slot is packed. I'd say Spark Harvest really a 5-drop. And Kaya, definitely a 6-drop. Alright, let's put spells to the side here. Not a great low curve. Yeah, blue has some like better filler, but just doesn't compete on the high end of power. If I had fixing, it would be a little bit easier. I'd play blue red with, well, splashing the black. I don't know. I've got that double black card in Finale of Eternity. 2 Storin's Thirsts and a Kaya. So it'd be hard to splash the black. Some sort of the filler. Well, on 2, it's pretty light. I do have double Sorin's Thirst and Chandra's Triumph I can deploy on 2. Let's just remove all the lands for now to get a good count. We have 20. This is 23 spells. Kasmina's Transmutation, one of the only ways to deal with the gods, which is maybe worthy of a splash in this deck. Our only like sack enabler is a Scrim Initiate, and I guess Krenko, spitting out some goblins, and Tybalt. Don't really want to play these 4-drops. Charity Extractor and Goblin Assault Team, they're not very good. Don't think I want to Bolt Bend. We have exactly 1 creature with power 4 or greater. Spellgorger Weird has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10, 11. Oh yeah, we got these guys. Yeah, we got enough fodder for the Spellgorger Weirds, I'm pretty sure. There you go, Forgotten Dog. Congratulations, bud. But I hope they have good Wi-Fi, because I'm gonna need you to watch my stream the entire time you're at you're working as well. Just so you know, it's kind of part of our deal. Just play Krenko, go off, attack a bunch, and then cast a Devouring Hellion and make it into an million. That's the plan. These are the cards I'm not playing, and really hard to really imagine them coming in. We have some pretty unconditional removal. Excuse me. It's Spark Harvest, and then we have Finale of Eternity. This could be an 18 land deck, honestly. Right now I've set up for 17. Oh, you get the Night Shifts. Okay. Cleaning up all the puke off the ground at Disney World. When all parents cut loose, crack some bottles of wine. It is Disney World, right? Or am I being unnecessarily insulting? This is too many 3-drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The reason, like, 3s are nice and all. The issue is, it's difficult to cast 2 spells a turn if all you have are 3-drops. It means it means you can't cast 2 spells a turn until you have 6 mana deployed. If you have a collection of 2-drops, I do have a collection of 2-drops, but if you have a little more emphasis on 2-drops, at least on turn 4 with 4 mana, you have access to 2 spells in a single turn. How much amass do I have? This guy amasses when he dies. And then this guy amasses, and that is it. I think I play Grim Initiate because I have Spark Harvest, Heartfire, and Spark Reaver, On-Crop Invader, and Devouring Hellion that all care about sacrificing creatures. We also have Tybalt and Krenko to produce creatures to sacrifice. As well as, Heartfire, I mentioned that one already. The blue, like I said, is better at the sort of mid-range, but red has the higher highs. Chandra's Triumph, Krenko, Tybalt, I guess. Blue has the better medium. I think we roll with approximately something like this. This is, I wanted to go to 18. Let's cut a 3-drop. Maybe Devouring Hellion can come out. I have enough things that want to sacrifice without having to play him as well. Maybe I cut the On-Crop Invader. Yeah, I guess I cut the On-Crop Invader and just sacrifice 1 creature Devouring Hellion, make it into a 3/3, or 4/4, sorry. Yeah, that seems decent. So this is 22. I want to play 18 because our curve is a little bit high. We actually have no card draw. Well, with the exception of Nicol Bolas. There's no... And there isn't even, like, black card advantage I could play. Don't have the red card draw, so that's a bit of an issue. We don't have any flyers. So our opponent's planeswalkers might get out of hand, but what we do have is lots of removal. Like I said, I could play blue, but I'd have to say goodbye to... If I had to say goodbye to black, that basically eliminates Nicol Bolas, Kaya, and Finale of Eternity, and if I played blue in lieu of mostly red, I'd say goodbye to Krenko. Maybe I could still splash Krenko. Let's look at just splashing red for Chandra's Triumph and Krenko, and see what primarily, and obviously the Nicol Bolas, but primarily blue-black looks like. Obviously we lose out on the Spellgorger Weirds, which are decent. So here, I would play Flux Channeler, Sky Theater Strix, maybe, Contentious Plan, play I'd call us a Dismissal, play Relentless Advance, play Rescuer Sphinx, probably not the Kiora's Dambreaker, maybe the Crush Descent. Maybe an Augur of Bolas. Good. The curve is a little cleaner. Like I could even cut Charity Extractor. However, I think the Spellgorger Weirds are better than this junk. Sure, I get 2 flyers. I think the red, heavier red is better. Alright, get this stuff out of here, get Kesmi's Transmutation back, bring back the red, and good old Goblin Assault Team. Okay, that's 18 spells. Sorry, 22 spells, makes room for 18 lands, which I think I want in this deck that A is 3 colors, and B has a 6-drop and a very hard to splash dude here. Throw the Gateway Plaza in, and now, how do you add? That's how you add basics. Probably mostly, well, fair amount of swamps. We do have Soren's Thirst, Kaya, and Dragon God, all double or triple black, and also Finale of Eternity. But most of our, I think, a lion's share of our spells are then red. We have room for 17 at this point. I think, oh, how many islands am I going to play? Probably Gateway Plaza and 2 islands. So that leaves us with 15 cards. So if we do 8 swamps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 7 mountains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that leaves us 9 total black sources, 8 total red sources, and 3 blue sources. Man, this is rough. I wish I had one of those mana-fixing artifacts or something. I could not play Nicol Bolas, but it's not like if I cut these blue cards, so I would make my deck a fair amount consistent, but a whole lot less powerful, because what black or red cards would I be adding in to replace it? I'd be adding like On-Crop Invader and another like Spark Reaper or something. So like consistency over power, where the power is pretty high on this guy. I could drop the Skylord. The good news about these splashes is they are all impactful in the late game, in the late game, like at the point at which I'll finally get blue mana, perhaps, which is rather late. I could still play these and they'll have a significant impact. Mostly we're just going to kill our opponent's stuff. Play our charity extractors. Alrighty. 3-color nonsense. Here we go. 3-color nonsense. And obviously Nicol Bolas must represent us. There's an island. I'm on the play. I hate it. But we do have Krenko, Chandra's Triumph. Yeah, we can keep this. Gonna want a swamp. Or a mountain, sorry. If we can mount and go Krenko. So jealous. Ugh. I would do such things for Guild Globe. Uh-oh.
This is a prime day for justice.
You know what I was saying about Planeswalkers being rough when you're on the draw? How about the best Planeswalker? Well, one of the best Planeswalkers. I guess I can attack it with Duskmantle Operative. And if they play a creature with power 4 or greater, then they won't be able to block. Oh, this is a show, by the way. Also in the O2 bracket, apparently. Mowu. Okay, there's the mountain. I can kill Mowu right now, spending my whole turn to attack Gideon. If they put a counter on this thing, I'm kind of hooped. It'll be a 5/5 Trample Vigilance. Like, green and white are the colors of putting counters on Mowu. I think I do kill Mowu. It uses my mana pretty poor. This thing of haste? It does. I could, like, Goblin Assault Team attack the gate. Maybe that's better. And now they will either lose Gideon or Mowu. I get to put a counter on Duskmantle. Alright, I think that used my mana a little bit better. Chandra's Triumph can deal damage to a Planeswalker. Nope. Another red source, so I could go like Tybalt plus Chandra's Triumph would be good, or Krenko plus Chandra's Triumph. I hope this isn't like this 6/5 Challenger Troll or something. That'd be terrible for me. Grateful Apparition is okay. Trusted Pegasus, sure. And so this will be indestructible, I guess. What? To one target creature you control gains your choice of Vigilance, Life Tank, and Indestructible till end of turn. It's not until your next turn, so it is no longer indestructible. And I drew the second red source, which is great. So let's attack Tybalt, or sorry, Gideon.
That was nothing.
I think we play. If we play Tybalt, activates Gideon. Or he doesn't have to activate Gideon. Gideon is just a creature. Gideon's never a creature on my turn, so I can't cure his transmutation it, which is a bummer. I could Kasmina's Transmutation the Trusted Pegasus. I don't think doing that. I think we just play Tybalt. Make ourselves
You should be flattered I decided to
a
do
devil.
more.
Say go. So now he can make one of these indestructible, maybe. So he's making that one indestructible, I'm presuming. So what I could do is Chandra's Triumph in response.
What's that smell? Oh, it's you burning.
Beautiful. Looks like my devil is going away. Maybe. Alright, they're just going to proliferate onto Gideon.
Give me all you've got.
Force or Griffin? Boo. Okay, we're just going to make our other devil.
My assistants are painfully sloppy.
We'll just Kasmina's Transmutation and Forcer Griffin. Attack Gideon with both dudes. And then we'll just finally play our Krenko. My guess is Shao does not have a lot of removal. That's why they're in this bracket.
I could take it.
I have Gideon or Nicol Bolas mana if I happen to draw it. Now they get to put a counter on Grateful Apparition and it gets to proliferate the counter on itself. No! And now it's indestructible till end of turn. So I get to kill Gideon. I think So this, if I jump with this devil, the damage have to go to their face. Because this thing's indestructible, any damage you deal to Gideon is prevented this turn. And I think I kind of want to chump just to reduce the damage I take and extend the clock a little bit, because this Grateful Apparition is going to hit me for 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5. Or maybe the 4 will be enough. And this thing can at some point. Snare Spinner. Okay, Spark Harvest was a good one. Now I can kill this thing. Snare Spinner can't kill anything. Yeah, that was pretty good. I don't think I want to do it for a single mana. It's not like getting Charity Extractor out would be insane or anything. If I could attack first and then kill that, it would be better. We'll just pay the black, kill this thing. I'll attack Gideon. Attack Gideon. Now we have a few more chump blockers. Can you give flying? Vigilance, lifelink, or indestructible. Now we're set. Play our land because we have the X spell. Although we haven't drawn it yet. But it's not like white-green's gonna have any discard effects. So basically hope they don't put a 3-power creature out so I can continue to attack with Krenko. That'd be nice. They haven't cracked the Guild Globe, and so far only played green and white lands, so I'm assuming a third color is lurking. And they have 3 cards in their hand. They might be stuck on having some 6-drops in hand. It's hard to say. Really worried about any subsequent flyers. Like this one. Okay, there's the blue mana. So that'll be Vigilance. I could triple block it. Take 4. They have a single green, could have Giant Growth. Guess I'll try and triple block. They're kind of baiting me into it. If they have Giant Growth, I lose all my chumpers, take an additional 4. I think we go for this. I could just double block. They don't have to kill Devil if I double block, so I do have to triple. They can only kill 1 creature. Might be Giant Growth. Well, this way, I can continue to attack with Krenko. There's a Soren's Thirst. That's nice. So we'll just attack with all. Send Dustmantle Operative at Gideon. Probably Krenko at Gideon as well. And we could just leave the goblins back. I could have attacked, actually, maybe I should have attacked with goblins because of Soren's Thirst on the Elite Guard Mage. That was by mistake.
Curse the darkness!
Vraska, sure.
Before I make you. If you see an assassin coming for you,
Assume? Oh, they're
that's a
attacking
bad
with Guard Mage,
assassin.
eh? I think I EUT Soren's Thirst. Alright, we want to make sure Vraska dies. Attacking Vraska with 4 goblins is probably the best way to do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the rest at them. We're gonna make 3 goblins. These goblins start getting out of hand. And we'll gain 1 life.
Oh, the day is yours.
Primordial Worm. Well, can't block Duskmantle Operative. Yeah, Krenko gets pretty stupid. So what happens if I attack them with everything? They eat Krenko. They probably take it for 3. They eat a goblin. I make 4 more goblins. Charity Extractor gets blocked. Eat Krenko. Eat a goblin. Block Charity Extractor. They take 3. They take 11, go to 2, and then I have 4 more goblins and a Spellgorger weird, and I gain 1 life. I think that's fine. Well, could have blocked a goblin. Now he's at 1. No real point in playing Spellgorger Weird if they have Time Twist. Alright, I guess he figures he has no outs. We beat Xiao, or Joe, or whatever his name is. Alright, who's ready for another sealed deck? I am. I'm ready. Let's do it. It's gonna be hard to beat those rares, but hopefully we have a bit better mana base. Krenko. Uh-oh. So, okay, we've got Tolsimir, Friend of Wolves is very reasonable. We beat Xiao. It's pretty good. We got Planewide Celebration, which might be playable. We got Sarkin, which is pretty good. Spit out some dragons. Like, you play him, make a dragon, next turn you attack with 2/4/4 dragons. That's pretty solid. Vivian's Arcbow could be good in like a grindy game. And Tameo is pretty bad. And Deliver Unto Evil is pretty bad. But sweet art. Let's see. Hopefully we can play Sarkin or Tolsimir. Probably not both in the same deck. Alright, cards that would pull us into white. Let's start with those. That was it. Okay, cards that would pull us into one to play blue. I can't believe we had the Casmina's Transmutation for opponent's god. That was awesome. I think we lost that game, but still. Because I punted away my... There's a lot of Ashiok Skulkers. There's a Spark Harvest. I punted away my Nicol Bolas. Cern's Thirst I'd like. The Firth Tithebearer I would probably be pulling into black for that. Chandra's Pyrohelix. Got 2 Spellgorger Weirges again. Got a Crunch. He's raging. And we have Sarkin. So we have enough red cards to make a usable red deck, which is good to see. 2 Arboreal Grazers, not great. We got Crunch Wrangler. Oh, synergy. Got the Arcbow. Got Evolution Sage. Could be interesting if we have the right tools for it. We have a Centaur Nurture. We got Mowu. I guess the Planewide Celebration. Ashiok. Sort of interesting. Oh, and Angrath. Domri's Ambush. I guess I should... Samut is playable. Okay, let's just go to the gold cards. There's Tolsimir. Merfolk Skydiver. Tameo. We have an Interplanar Beacon and 1 Gateway Plaza and Iron Bully. Well, it looks like green-red might be the place to be. We can play Angrath and Samut. We don't get to play Tolsimir unless we want to splash a single white off of Centaur Nurturer and Gateway Plaza. The black and the blue. Blue is kind of interesting, but there's like not a lot of cards. There's Augur of Bolus, some Spellkeeper weirds, Tamio's Epiphany. It's like we could splash a little bit of blue for Skydiver or Tamio, but I think maybe playing a focused green-red deck might be better. So let's figure out what green-red looks like with no splash and see if we even want to splash. The splash candidates would be basically Tolsimir, Friend of Wolves. Maybe the Burning Prophets stick around, maybe the Blind Blast, Devouring Hellion, Tybalt, Chain Whip, that guy, Giant Growth, oh, 2 Giant Growths, Crunch Wrangler, Crawl Stinger, maybe the Grizzly. This is 26. It's probably enough here. Alright, let's look at the curve. 3s galore. Helix, Domri's Ambush, Spellgorger Weirds. Sarkin is a 5. Plain White is an Infinite. Vivian's Arcbow is a pseudo 2. Another 3-drop. So many 3s. Lots of 4s available too. Let's make sure all our non-creature spells are in the right spot. Two Giant Growths, 2 Chandra Pile Helixes, and a Domri's Ambush. A little light on 2-drop creatures. We could play Pollen Bright Druid, that's fine. Don't think we need to Gateway Plaza or Iron Bully. So we kind of like got the red spells matters cards, unfortunately in green. Although we do have a whole bunch of planeswalkers, so maybe that's enough. I don't think we plane-wide Celebration. We have Centaur Nurturer. That's it. What is Vivian's Grizzly? It's only if it's a creature or planeswalker goes in your hand, everything else goes on the bottom. Devouring Hellion could eat up the Pollen Bright Druid. Not a lot of other sacrifice fodder. So that one's a maybe a goodbye. We have Domri's Ambush can put a counter, Pollen Bright Druid can put a counter, Spellgorger Weird can get counters, and we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Planeswalkers, so plenty of fodder for Evolution Sage. Crawl Stinger is always decent. Vivian's Grizzly is sort of like a mana sink. I think we could send the Plane-Wide Celebration away. I think I'll play the Burning Prophets even though they're not great, and I'll probably play the Vivian Arcbow. Between, I guess with the Vivian's Arcbow, we kind of have the mana sink thing covered, so we could probably cut the Vivian's Grizzly. Also, Goblin Assault Team puts a counter. Centaur Nurturer will probably stick around. Samut is probably one of the worst cards we have left, although it's another Planeswalker for Sarkin to turn into a dragon. What happens if we drop Samut? It's a pretty focused little deck. We've got a fair number of non-creatures for Spellgorger Weirds, and 4 of them actually, make creatures, which is nice. So the fact that I'm low on creatures is okay because these things make creatures. Yeah, it's a pretty sweet deck. Don't think I need any of this stuff. Not very good against flyers. But the flyers are kind of small, so maybe the Chandra's Pyre Helixes would be fine. Bond of Passion is probably one that could get cut. What would I play instead of Bond of Passion? Could be Samut back in. Could be Vivian's Grizzly in. Could be Blind Blast. Ping something for 1, draw a card. It can't block this turn. Hey Jakarta, how's it going? Yeah, we have 200,000 gems. Little, no longer free to play on this account. Hashtag ad, hashtag sponsored. Thank you, Wizards of the Coast, for providing this account, which I will lose access to in 22 hours. So we're gonna get there while it getting's good. Building a Gruul seal deck. Got to make one cut, maybe. Maybe we cut Bond of Passion is basically the decision right now. Some of the cards it could be instead are Blind Blast. Maybe main deck Plummet effect. Maybe a Samut. I'll give Bond of Passion a try. I think it's pretty bad, and so we'll see if I can confirm that or not. I think Samut is worse, though. Maybe it's interesting. I do have Evolution Sage and Pollen Bright Druid. We'll switch it up. We'll play with Samut first, and then we'll try Bond of Passion. We'll change it back and forth. All right, mana. Probably pretty close. We do have, these guys are double red. Yeah, maybe it'll be pretty even. So I guess we'll go 9 mountains, 8 swamps. Or 8 forests. I changed my mind on some. Just looking at my removal, I don't have a lot of ways to get a big thing out of the way, and so my best answer to a big thing may be taking it and killing them with it. Let's try this on for size. And also making it unable to block with Chain Whip's Cyclops. We get the Crunch and the Wrangler, 2-card combo. And actually, Crunch Wrangler has Raging Crunch, Goblin Assault Team, and Chain Whip Cyclops to go with it, and the dragons we mix with Sarkin. That's fine. Let's roll. So much effort. Yeah, I'll keep this though. Vivian's Arc Bow could be interesting. I'll try that out for the first time. Probably miss a few times and curse it. Vivian's Arc Bow is good in the late game. It'll also let our Burning Prophet scry 1 and attack for 1 more power. Oh, it's the Gruul Mirror. I don't know if this guy will do much, but we'll see. If they put 2 counters on him, that would be badass. Oh my god. If they go 3 mana sorcery, put a counter on target creature and proliferate, then attack with Dreadhorde Arcanist, they can cast it again from their graveyard, put 2 more counters on him, and be gigantic. Oh, I hope they don't do that. Now that I've found the very nice line, I hope they don't use it. Please don't do that. Don't hit me with a 5. Okay, Domri can make things fight and make mana. Yeah, we're fine. Oh, actually, creatures you control always have 1 additional power, so you can just plus. Not do much else here. You could like make a green mana and just cast a bunch of giant growths.
I was raised by wolves. Though, they might have also just been big dogs.
So you get a green mana. It's not much for a single green. There's like the 0-3. Oh, he's making a 1-1 Ugin's Conjurant. So I could attack Burning Prophet, or sorry, I could attack with Burning Prophet on Domri. They would just block Dreadhorde Arcanist, and I can deal Chandra's Pyrohelix 1 and 1, trade my Burning Prophet for their 2 creatures, leave them with the Domri. Could also play a Vivian's Arcbow. That does nothing. Yeah, I guess I'll just try the 2-for-2 line. Clear the board out a little bit. Blinky's Llanowar Elves always in Standard? No, it's not always in Standard. Sometimes it's Arbor Elf. They actually had a long break without a Llanowar Elves. MTG Arbor Elf. Arbor Elf is very powerful with Shocklands. Untap target forest, because it allows you to fix your mana even more aggressively. So they're going for that block. So they didn't go for the double block, so I still get to kill their stuff. 1 here, 1 there. Submit. And I get to scry. I do have my 4th land. If I play that, then my curve is basically Mowu, Sarkin, and maybe I draw my 6th land for Bond. I think this is fine to keep that on top. So I get to destroy them there. That was a pretty nice turn. Domri's still alive and well, however. Yeah, very plausible that Llanowar Elf will not get reprinted, but Core Set 2020 would be a perfectly fine place to put a Mana Accelerant Elf.
I wish you could see your face when I'm beating you.
Alright, now they have
Time to step out of the shadow. Pirates
Death
and I
Touch
get along
Duders.
because we're both cutthroats.
Guess I'll just play my Mowu. I have to block Assassin. I could have attacked Burning Prophet into the Vraska. Also,
Have at it, boys.
one thing to worry about is Domri could make one of these assassins fight anything I play. Snare Spinner. Crawl Stinger. Uh-oh.
Fighting here is more fun than in the Undercity.
Domri doesn't have like an ult or anything. He can just fight a lot of stuff. So I'm gonna block because I don't want this to gain a +1/+1/+1 counter. Tybalt is decent. Tybalt's tokens can pick off assassins and so on. I can play Sarkin and just make a dragon. They can fight something onto the dragon. I think I'll go for Tybalt and Arcbow.
Oh, they're so cute.
And we'll try and slow roll the Sarkin a little bit. Maybe a Bond of Passion will allow us to protect Tybalt. Or sorry, protect Sarkin to get multiple activations out of him. I could go like Sarkin plus, turn Tybalt into a dragon and fight something. Would be very interesting. They could have Domri minus Crawl Stinger or Assassin on Mowu and then attack Tybalt, but the devil will hopefully mess with that.
They can only punish you if they catch you.
Mostly been making mana. Chain Whip. Chain Whip's a big one. Chain Whip, 4 mana, so... Active player, non-active player. I'm the non-active player, so if my opponent attacks something with Assassin, and my Devil dies, my trigger will resolve before his +1/+1 trigger resolves. However, if he attacks Tybalt, then he'll kill Tybalt, so I'm somewhat incentivized to block this anyway. No attacks at all. Now we drew a Crawl Stinger. Yeah, I could pay X, discard a card, and pay 0 mana to Vivian's Arcbow. Seems pretty sweet. So we didn't draw the land. We could go Sarkhan plus, turn Tybalt into a 4/4, attack Vraska or Domri. Then we'll probably end up losing both Planeswalkers. We get Tybalt minus, play Sarkhan minus. This thing can kill... Oh, this thing could also block Tybalt, so that probably wouldn't be very good. I think Tybalt minus, Sarkhan minus is probably the best thing we can do here.
I adore an order.
What know you of dragons? Behold!
And this one flies. That earlier one didn't for some reason. So you can make a creature unable to block, fight another creature or something. Luckily these devils are kind of annoying. Luckily they're kind of stuck on mana too. Sarkhan can make a lot of dragons next turn. I assume something's got to be fought with Domri this turn. Like, probably this... Yeah, that's exactly the...
That's the sound of a stampede coming straight at ya.
Can prevent one devil from blocking. Doesn't really do anything. I block with the other one on the Chain Whip. Blind Blast? Okay. So I don't care about Vivian really at this point. Actually, it kind of matters with Crawl Stinger. If I put a ping on Chain Whip, then Mowu can block it and trade. It's really Snare Spinner is probably one of the more annoying cards. Is there any way for me to keep Sarkhan alive? There is not. So I guess I'll do the damage to Chain Whip, see what he does. Because right now, this guy on this guy, this guy on that guy is pretty good. So no attacks. Alright. Angrath is not a land. So I guess I'll plus Sarkhan, attack Tybalt into Domri, maybe trade for the Snare Spinner, and then play either a Crawl Stinger or Angrath afterward. Actually, I could play Angrath as well, and then my creatures have Menace, and so Snare Spinner can't block. Yeah, that seems pretty good. So play Angrath. All mass. Plus.
Is your head. Are you
We'll go to combat. We'll attack Sarkin and Tybalt at Domri just to get him out of there. He can't block because my creatures have menace. Now he can't fight, and his creatures have less power, and I have 3 blockers back. He can prevent one of them from blocking, and maybe kill Tybalt with Snare Spinner. That's about it. How likely is X minus equals 3 to hit? Probably not very much. I probably wouldn't. It's weird. I would probably at least want 6. It's only creatures. My most expensive creature is actually 5 mana, so I guess X equals 5 would be fine. Kiora.
My pets are hungry.
You could untap a land.
Look like lunch.
Oh, that's not how I was expecting Kiora to sound. I don't like that voice acting. How does Mowu just... If you put a counter on him, he gets more counters. My Sarkin is very, very dangerous. My Angrath is also reasonably dangerous. He can't activate Chain Whip now. And actually his blocks are pretty bad because I just block Mowu on this guy on this, block... Oh wait, no. Alright. No attacks at all? Or he's still attacking? No attacks. I think I could kill them here. Probably. So I plus, make 3 dragons. I minus to make this guy even bigger. I like fight something. This is 15 in the air, or sorry, 12 in the air? Definitely plus.
They are coming!
Dragons! I probably Domri's Ambush using a Planeswalker, funnily enough. Actually, no, I can Domri's Ambush using Mowu, and it would get 2 counters on it. If he has Giant Growth, then I get wrecked.
Ramming speed!
Oh, you can fight Planeswalkers too. That's pretty sweet. Let's kill Chain Whip. Oh, and oh yeah, that one doesn't even deal damage back. Incredible. Play the Crawl Stinger. And let's go. Faces the place. I'll leave the Devil back. Alright, they're taking 19 going to 1? Oh no, -1. I did the math wrong. Alright. Sarkin plus a bunch of uncommon drag or Planeswalkers, pretty sweet. Bam. Fire it up. Ah yes, eating will be a thing I will have to do on stream at some point. Ooh, this command... Okay, we have Tolsamir and a Johnny and Tomic, so clearly we are leaning toward green-white. Elder Spell, not too excited by, and Command the Dreadhorde. Could be interesting, but I think these 3 are pretty strong trio. Let's hope our green and white deck is playable. There's Lawrun Enforcer. There's Johnny's Pridemate, which could be good. Tomic. Makeshift Battalion. I should pull the cards for the moment that make me want to play a particular color. Oh, the Wanderer. And Wanderer's Strike. And the first Enforcer Griffin is pretty good. Alright, that's looking pretty good. Kasmina's Thingy, Kyle's Dismissal. Those are fine. I like Spark Harvest. That would pull me into playing black. Obnixilos' Cruelty would pull me into playing black. The first Tidebearer And maybe the command and the bond, maybe. Shrieked Ever a little bit less so. Red. Oh, 4 Chandra's Pyrohelixes. Jeez. Probably gets the diminishing returns on that a little bit. Jaya is also pretty good. This card I misread initially. 5 mana instant, deals 5 damage to target player or planeswalker. Cannot deal damage to creatures. I initially had it rated quite high, but it's basically instant speed light lava axe. Turd Ogre is actually also pretty good. Invading Manticore. That wouldn't really pull me to playing red. Okay, green. Come on, green. Be good. Got a Giant Growth. Crawl Stinger. Mowu. Surtalk is fine. Ooh, no. Pretty light on green cards. This card's great. This card's fine. 2 of these. Nahiri's shown her worth. Johnny, obviously. Huatley's Raptor. Tolsamir. We have 1 Gateway Plaza and a Prismite. We could try like some white-red splash green action. The black is also pretty good. The red has quad, Chandra's Pyrohelix, Turd Ogre, Ilharg, Jaya. It has double... where'd they go? I thought I had the Legionnaire. Am I crazy? Did I make that up? Oh, is it scrolled over to the right? Yeah. 2 10th District Legionnaires. Do we have any way to combine with 10th District Legionnaire? It has to target 10th District Legionnaire. We could target it with 1/2 of a Chandra's Pyrohelix. Pyrohelix. We can target it with 1 Defiant Strike. So that's not really going off. Tolsamir and a Johnny are both really good. Oh, my thing is too wide here. Can I just turn off the land suggestion? I'll get the lands out of here to have a little bit more room to work with. Let's put just all the gold cards. Never mind. Let's turn off the land. Looking again, my green cards are not great. Sahili, another gold card. Smoot. Probably play Prismite if I'm playing 3 colors. And we have 1 Gateway Plaza. Johnny's Pridemate I pulled out, but a Tolsamir gains life. And Johnny can gain life, and Elite Card Mage can gain life. Those are the only life gain I saw. Pretty safe to say that blue doesn't make the cut, so we can eliminate blue. The black is pretty decent, and Tithebearer also loses you life. Never mind. The red cards are solid. Green cards are... Let's pull like all of the playable green, I guess. I don't even want to play Ward Scale. And we'd have Crunch Wrangler with very little to go with. Could do like a white-black splash Tolsamir and a Johnny kind of deck. The red is mostly, well, it's got Ilharg too. Ilharg's a beast, and so is Jaya. And the first few Chandra's Pyrohelixes are pretty good. The black mostly just offers Omnixilus's Cruelty. Ilharg is double red, Jai is single. This is tricky. This is my fixing. Well, Pouncing Lynx, War Screecher, and Makeshift Battalion are all playable. And possibly even the second Enforcer Griffin. Blue doesn't make the cut. Black. Fresca's Finisher. I don't think I can play too many Tithe Bearer Giants. Could maybe play Toll of the Invasion. Could maybe play Price of Betrayal. Red, I like On-Crop Invader. Honor the God Pharaoh is okay. Raging Crunch is okay. Goblin Assaultine is okay. Turret Ogres I like. Don't like the Lava Axe. Invading Manticore is okay. Bond Passion is not so okay. This 10th District Legionnaire is basically just a vanilla 2-2 because I have very few ways to target it with my own abilities, unless I play crap like Steady Aim. Has to be a spell. So I literally have in my entire pool, I have, what was it missing? The black Unlikely Aid. I have Giant Growth. And then I have like the halves of Chandra's Pyrohelix. If I played like green-white, that would let me play Samut and Nahiri. Our poor Prismite would have to work pretty hard to make a super rainbowy deck. I guess I'll line up what green-white looks like. Best red cards I'm leaving behind are basically Ilharg, Jaya, and Saheeli if I don't play red, and 4 Pyrohelixes. You would only play, honestly, you would probably play like 2 at most, maybe 3. I think the blue cards are just out completely. Well, at this point, I start lining decks up, basically, just to look at them. Man, Ognixil's Cruelty is so solid. Let's see what... I guess we should go from least likely to play to most likely? So, I wish I could drag all these. Okay, I guess I just move the white cards out of here for the moment. Let's line up what black-red would look like. The color combination I feel like I'm least likely to play. Black-red with nothing else. None of the green or white cards. Might have to play some of these idiots, this thing. Let's line this up. So let's start on to here. Price Betrayal. Spark Harvest. Shriek Diver is a 3/3. This is sort of a creature. Tide Bearer is a 6. That's another spell. Yeah, Prismite costs you a mana to fix. Because you spend 2 mana to add 1, you get 1 back. So you are down a colorless. I actually wouldn't... If I played this deck, I wouldn't play Prismite. 3, 3... so many 3 drops. 4, 4, 4, 4. Another 6. Here's another 4. Here he's only 4 as well. Here's a 5. And another 5. And I wouldn't play Gateway Plaza. Duskmantle Operatives would be pretty loose. Could just play more Pyro Helixes instead of them. So I would have Spark Harvest, Obnixilus's Cruelty. Probably the first 2 Chanter's Pyro Helixes. I would probably play Command the Dread Horde. Don't know if I would Bond a Revival or Unlikely Aid or Price of Betrayal. On-Crop Invader has no fodder, so he's probably gone, except for the occasional Amass 1. So I probably wouldn't play On-Crop. I probably wouldn't play Gulman Assault Team. Oh, I see. That's what that button is. It's card styles. Okay, I don't have any. I couldn't figure out what that thing was before. I clicked it and didn't know. Probably wouldn't... Oh wait, did that screw up everything? I was cutting cards. Probably wouldn't play Gulman Assault Team. Oh, these are the cards. No, these are my 6s. And I was going to cut On-Crop Invader. I wouldn't have to play Prismite, so I wouldn't. It's not embarrassing. This would be my black-red deck. Now let's take a screenshot, because I think that's the best way to compare multiple decks at this point. Alright, now let's look at... We're moving up the chain. I think green-white is the deck I'd most be like stuck to. So let's look at white-red. Double pouncing links. Atomic, War Screecher, this guy, the Wanderer. White-red splash green? Yeah, I guess I would splash green. For the gold cards. These two. Oh, this is green-green? You wouldn't splash that. So you just splashed a Johnny? And you'd make your... And that probably wouldn't even be worth doing. Laroon Enforcer, Johnny's Pride Mate 2, War Screecher, Atomic, Battalion, Crunch, Honor the God Pharaoh, maybe. Sahili, Trips, The Wanderer, Samut, Nahiri, Forcer Griffin. This deck is actually pretty solid. You could probably cut... Well, this is also without the 10th District Legionnaires in that have no enablers. I guess, no, it has to be spell, because Samut doesn't do it. I have one enabler, technically. Well, the Chandra's Pyro Helixes, and I suppose I could play a Defiant Strike if I wanted to go off with these guys. Charlie's Pride Mate has... nothing? Nahiri doesn't gain your life, does it? No. Counter... no. Literally no life gain, so vanilla 2-2. And 10th District Legionnaire, I could target with one half of a Helix or maybe Defiant Strike, but Defiant Strike is currently on my getting cut side. I don't know if I would play Honor the God Pharaoh. Probably wouldn't play all the Turd Ogres. Probably not the Samut either. Could probably stop at one Enforcer Griffin, and I don't know if I would play the Invading Manticore. Probably don't have to play. Although Invading Manticore plus Ilharg would be cute. And Turd Ogre plus Ilharg. You don't have to look too deep for Ilharg combos. This probably would cut that. And so my removal would be Nahiri, the Wanderer's Strike, 2 Chandra's Pyrohelixes. And Saheeli would have 2 Chandra's Pyrohelixes, the Wanderer's Elite, Nahiri and the Wanderer, and Jaya to make tokens with. That's probably fine. 10th District Legionnaires are pretty bad. Maybe play yet another Pyrohelix rather than one of them. Alright, that's what the red-white deck would look like. Can I just open another instance of Snipping Tool? Don't want to have to lose the... okay, I have to save this one. I think I could buy the card styles, maybe. So this is Seal 2... that was the black-red deck. All right, let's try looking at the white-red, and now we'll look at the white-green. Okay, white-green deck. Let's get all the red cards out. Mowu, possibly him. One giant growth. Wrangle some crunches. Do we gain any more life gain? Johnny has life gain. And Tolsimir, so that's probably enough to get Pridemate in again. I'd probably play the other Enforcer Griffin in this circumstance. I don't have any mana fixing in green. So it's not like I could splash black or red off this any better than any of the other decks. A whole lot of 2-drops. This is the removal. We have one Wanderer's Strike and a Giant Growth. This is probably the worst of the 3 decks, honestly. And I think splashing red with... I guess I have Wanderer, Nahiri, yeah. I think splashing red off Gateway Plaza and Prismite would probably just make the deck a whole lot worse. I don't know what the best deck is here. This was the white-red. Find the black-red one now. Type. Actually, date. Oh god. Date modified. Black-red deck has a whole lot of removal in Spark Harvest, Obnixilus's Cruelty, and Chandra's Pyrohelix. A whole bunch of crappy. The 2-drop slot is pretty bad. And the middle is just red cards. So basically it has Obnixilus's Cruelty and a Spark Harvest that make it quite a bit better. The white-red deck has the Wanderer, Law Rune Enforcer, Wanderer's Strike, a little more solid. And the green-white deck is... has a Johnny, basically. And Tolsimir. Oh my goodness, I don't know. Probably not that one. I think it's probably the white-red deck. Or the green-white, or the, yeah, green-white or white-red. You got Ilharg in this one, you got Jaya. None of these decks have a whole lot of crazy card advantage. Triple Chandra's Pyrohelix. I guess this deck has the exact same amount of, like, late game removal. This one just has all these Chandra Pyrohelixes. Because, like, Ilharg, or sorry, Jaya also only deals 2 damage. And it's got Ajani and Tolsimir instead of Ilharg. It doesn't play Saheeli. We got Crawlstinger. We got Tolsimir, Friend of Wolves, and Arlen's Wolf. Mowu has no way to put... Actually, I can put counters on things with Ajani. Crunch Wrangler has just Thundering Ceratok to be buddies with. So it's probably not even worth playing. Actually, I have to add cards to this. I could go like Prismite, Gateway Plaza, and we could splash Obnixil's Cruelty, or we could just play some of this junk. Could just play stuff like Steady Aim and Bond of Flourishing. That's more life gain. I still have to add a card. Bulwark Giant, Defiant Strike. Let's try it. I need dead lands. I think we'll go 9 islands, 8 forests. A Johnny or I don't know. Let's think of a fun name. A giant mess. A giant mess? No, it doesn't quite work. I'd say distinguished Friend of Wolves. I don't know. This one plays the most rares. And Tolsimir, Johnny, and Tomic. It's all fairly close. Hoping that my dislike a Johnny overwhelms the desire to play Chandra's Pyrohelixes. Or Obnixil's Cruelty. I actually have kind of an expensive curve if you put that in its appropriate spot. Could play 18 lands and drop the Bulwark Giant. Maybe I do that. I do have double white on 2. And a double white here. This is the only double green. Maybe I go 10-8. Oh, this is Paul Rietzel, Pro Tour Hall of Famer. And overall, pretty good player. Hockey fan. We gotta beat him. I think I beat Paul Rietzel once on Magic Gathering Online because they won the dice roll and then like passed the turn and gave me the play. I don't know if that's how I win. I might have won that game anyway, but it didn't go very well for them. We have a Johnny, makeshift battalion. This is a pretty decent hand. Could use like another creature. Well, I think I swing and play an Arlen's Wolf. If they play Vraska, what am I doing? I guess I don't have to worry about it. Man, I keep just drawing creatures. I want to get this a Johnny down, but if I keep drawing these sweet creatures, then YOLO. One card to worry about maybe is the black spell, but they might have done that already. I think we'll just swing with both and play an Enforcer Griffin. They might kill something here. Yeah, that's how it makes us cruelty, sure. Kind of want to go a Johnny minus and then follow that up with a Wanderer's Strike the turn afterward. What's happening on that side of the board? Well, I'll just keep attacking. And then we'll play a Thundering Ceratok. There's no creatures with flash, so it's literally just like removal spells that they might have. That's Sprout, that's pretty sweet. Alright, we'll play the Ceratok. I'm guessing the world's biggest idiot here. Or now, they're 1 mana shy of the Black Finale? To kill Thundering Ceratok? Every'll make me discard. I think
Dealing
I'll
with
discard
you,
the Wanderer.
A mind is a terrific thing to waste.
Guess I'll attack Davriel and play Enforcer Griffin.
Back to the shadows.
Still worried about that stupid Black Mythic is one of the ways they could get into this. Vivian's Grizzly, not so much. Using it right away. Challenger Trolls, good beast. Alright, we're going to go Johnny minus.
I will teach you humility. With me.
So they can't really block him. This is 9. This thing oh, they're all Vigilance, by the way. So stupid. So I guess I'll just tag with these two. Don't want to give them the decent block with Vraska's finisher. Massacre Girl shrinks my guys for a turn. So I have to worry about them having another Vraska's finisher, maybe? I think I'm just gonna put Arwen's Wolf in front of Vivian's Grizzly. Enters the battlefield. Whenever a creature dies this turn, each other creature gets -1, -1. So if I block, I'll actually lose my Arwen's Wolf. So I guess I'll block with the Thundering Ceratok here. I'll take 2 damage. All my creatures will get -1, -1. Yeah, I'll block like that.
Another scar, another memory.
Okay. Not bad. Oh, wait. Massacre Girl killed everything! Oh, no. All I had to do was not block at all, I suppose. So Challenger Troll. Well, I guess I'm gonna play... I could play Nahiri in plus. I could Wanderer's Strike. Wanderer's Strike that, proliferate a counter, plus on a Johnny. Challenger Troll, I'm gonna have to deal with it in some way or another. Jeez, all I had to do was just not block. Yeah, we'll submit him. Plus.
Now do you see the benefits of peace?
So go. Challenger Troll gets to kill a Johnny, unless I draw a creature. Oh, it gets my Nahiri. So now Challenger Troll gets to kill a Johnny, and I don't have a Nahiri to follow up and kill a Challenger Troll. I'm gonna lose to Massacre Girl. No.
Now do you see the benefits of peace?
All I had to do was not block anything with Massacre Girl out. Interesting card. Dean gets to minus the
Wild
critter.
animals I like. People, not so much. There is wonder in a blade of grass.
A familiar taste,
Tomek is lethal.
but one that grows no sweeter.
How many more flyers do I have? Yeah, just Tomek at this point. Not so lethal anymore. You can sacrifice the
Starting
zombie
over
army.
is the only way.
That Massacre Girl. Jeez. Eat your 1/1. Draw a card. Is that... Did they play 2 Total
Have you
Evasion?
ever
No,
lost
Total
a
Evasion
home?
and Davriel. It's pretty good. I discarded the Wanderer to Davriel. There's Tomek. Come on, Tomek. You can give one of his creatures Vigilance and Reach until the next turn. So they're not just like super dead to Tomek or anything. Wait, what? Oh, he plussed. So his creature, or no, it's static ability. Cast creature spells as though they had flash. Oh no. GG. His deck's pretty sweet. Died to Massacre Girl. And y'all can have a look at the... I wonder if there's a way to show the whole pool. Well, we got Nicol Bolas again. We got Nissa Who Shakes the World, and we have Sorin. I think these two are much more impactful than this guy. Bioessence Hydra's okay, and then Mobilized District could be interesting. Alright, if we... Maybe we at least have some fixing this time. Through the pool and look at the cards that are sort of draw us into those colors. 2 Trusted Pegasus. Wanderer's Strike would draw us into playing white. Just Kesmina's Transmutation, click. I like Callous Dismissal somewhat. Narset is so-so. Tamio's Epiphany is pretty good. Black. Got 2 Spark Harvests. Got an Aid the Fallen, which might be interesting, depending on your pool. Soren's Thirst. I think Toll of the Invasion is fine and pretty good and sealed, actually. Red's got double Chandra's Pyrohelix, Heartfire. You got Jaya, Turd Ogre, Fading Manticore. Green, got Paradise Druid ×2. I like Pollen Bright Druid, okay. Evolution Sage, Bloom Hulk, Centaur Nurturer, Nissa. And then the gold cards, where the real mess happens. Soren. Soren's meh. For limited. Cure's meh. Bioessence Hydra. Nicol Bolas. We've got Gateway Plaza. Firemine Vessel, Prismite. This is the most fixing we've had so far. In addition to the fact that if we play green, we'll have Paradise Druid and Centaur Nurturer. We could do like a green-black thing. Like maybe Jund splashed the blue for Nicol Bolas off of Paradise Druid, Centaur Nurturer, Fireman Vessel, or Prismite. Yeah, what if we're like primarily black-green, playing a little bit of red, and then just the single blue off the Nicol Bolas, for the Nicol Bolas, I should say. That might be pretty good. Because I like Vraska's Finisher, Herald of Dreadhorde, Tithe Bear Giant, fine black cards. Don't think white's going to make the cut. These are all the gold cards? Yeah, this is Soren that I'm not playing. Or that wasn't in the pool so far. Blue cards, they're sort of whatever. Any other green? There's the Wrangler. I have Bloom Hulk. I do have a decent amount of Proliferate. We got a couple of mass dudes there. Oh, Crawl Stinger I would play. Maybe just Pyrohelix and Jaya? I would probably play Raoul's Outburst. Bioessence Hydra. I'd have Nissa, Jaya, Nicol Bolas. It's still 5 mana. Probably not good enough. Alright, is there a way to... I kind of want to see... I guess I have to drag everything myself. I kind of wanted to reset the orientation of this deck. That's why you need sort buttons. Let me sort this deck. Probably not Aid the Fallen. Like that. Alright, let's... This is the 3-drop. It's a 5-drop. Let's trade places. This is the 2s, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 4, 4. Prismite is a 2. Toll is a 3. And a 6. I think with double Spark Harvest and potentially Heartfire, I think I do want to play the Blazatep Reavers. They're a very reasonable card on their own. And they're pretty nice with Vraska's Finisher to finish off something. So Jaya is probably not worthy of splashing. Maybe I don't splash the Pyrohelixes, but instead just splash the Heartfire. To make a conditional card even more conditional. Don't think I need to Bioessence Hydra with just 2 Planeswalkers. Don't think I need to mobilize District. I'm not really a fan of Godpharaoh's statue. Arlen's Wolf is fine, but do we need more 3s? Got a little bit of a proliferate amass thing going on with the Toll of the Invasion. Basically playing most of the good black cards. This Price of Betrayal. This is the kind of card that would be better if I was playing best of 3, because if your opponent was like blue-black and had a lot of amass creatures and or some planeswalkers that were worth using this on after they've had one crack of their ability, then I would probably play this card, but sort of so-so on that right now. Which would I rather? Do I want to splash Heartfire or do I want to splash Chandra's Outburst or none of the above? As far as mana goes, this is pretty good. 2 Paradise Druids, a Centaur Nurture, and a Prismite. We're playing green-black. I think we'll play the Tithe Bearer. Don't think we'll splash much else. Our curve is pretty fine. Yeah, let's run with this. How on earth are we going to play the lands? Probably a fair amount of forests. 16 lands. 5, 6, 7. At least 7. A lot of swamps, because we need triple black for Nicol Bolas and double black for Sorin's Thirst. At least 7 of those. I don't think we're going to play any mountains or islands. We'll just rely on Gateway Plaza, 2 Paradise Druids, Centaur Nurture, and Firemind Vessel for those. So I guess it's another swamp, another forest. This is going to be the hardest card to play. You need 2 non-Firemind Vessel fixers to cast it. Maybe this is too greedy. So what did I just add? I hit Suggest Lands. Dang it. Eight and 8. If I hit a forest, then I can cast Paradise Druid and then make black mana. I think something like that's good. See if there's a card I'd rather play over Ral's Outburst. It's possible that one's too greedy to play. Could be Unlikely Aid, Price Betrayal. Don't think I want to splash more red cards. Kiora, Bioessence Hydra. No, I think I'm happy with this. Let's give this a shot. The Fixed Dragon. I don't know. Dragon, Nicky Fixed Nick. All right. We can actually cast Ral's Outburst with Nissa, because we can tap our Gateway Plaza for blue and then untap it with Nissa and then tap it again for red to Ral's Outburst something if we absolutely have to. So I'm keeping this. Bloomhawk is spicy. Don't know if I'll get much value of Bloomhulk, because it looks like it's coming down next turn, but that's okay. Up now, I draw the Last Step Reaver. It's possible they have the counterspell here. Let's find out. Let's attack with this guy. If he gets Thorn Thirsted, maybe I'll just jam the Bloomhulk. Yeah, let's get greedy. Let's just play Last Step Reaver. Play around counter magic a little bit. Now gives our Bloomhulk something to proliferate, too. Turns out that Obnixilis' Cruelty. They would have just crueltied the Bloomhulk if I played it. Genius. Alright, now we get to resolve Nissa, or just Bloomhulk. I guess if you turn a creature into, or turn a land into a creature, it'll stay that way. That's something I didn't quite account for when I was looking at Nissa. So they did 2 top, 2 bottom. Didn't draw the land, so I guess we'll just go for Bloomhulk. Proliferate the zombie army here for an additional point. Them not doing anything is pretty suspicious. 5 mana, what could they have up? Let's look at the old list of instants. What's the most expensive stuff? Could have a Totally Lost. That's reasonable. Crush Descent, No Escape. And then like, Rouse Outburst. No, they're blue-black. Obnixilis' Cruelty, No Escape. I think I'm just going to attack with everything. Probably see my Bloomhulk get totally losted. I'm going to play around Crushing Descent. Just play a Crawl Stinger. This also plays around No Escape a little bit. They're going to end step, kill Bloomhulk. Looks like it maybe totally lost it. No, they would have totally lost it in combat, I think. I don't know. I think they have the Crushing Descent. Why would you keep holding up this much mana? So I think I'm just going to attack with everything. Like, Nissa is lethal, but I'm pretty sure they have a counter magic. The Crushing Descent. So I'm just going to attack with all and then play my Vraska's finisher. Or if they do something during combat, then I can follow up with a Nissa post-combat. I may be overplaying around Crushing Descent. I really don't want to get hit by that card. But like, there's few cards in the format, maybe Totally Lost, number 2, that I would expect a person to have in this spot. This could be No Escape.
I look forward to seeing your mistakes.
He's still dead on board. Look at all those spells they were sitting on. Crazy. But why held up 6 mana? Yeah, it must have been. I bet it was Crushing Descent. I want to find that snail arc person. Are they a Twitch streamer? Let's check. Let's check our work. Oh yes, they are. Let's check their VOD. No, they're Spanish. Look at that friggin' thing. Look at it. Look at it. I refused to play into their Crush Descent, and I was rewarded. And for clarification, what card Crush Descent does, let's make it real big. 4 mana, instant. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 2, amass 2. So if your opponent holds up 4 blue mana, or 4 mana of which there's blue in it, very conspicuously, you might want to consider whether it's Crush Descent, because it's basically like a worse Frilled Mystic, but pretty powerful. If you do get to counter something with Crush Descent, it's quite the back-breaking play, because they get a 2/2, and it's like a 2-for-1. They get a 2/2, you have your spell doesn't resolve. But it's also pretty hard to hold up all the time, and it's easy to play around, which is what I've been doing. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and windmill slam the subscribe button above to see more like it in the future. Thank you so much for watching. You can find me streaming Magic Arena every weekday morning at twitch.tv/BlinkyMTG. Hope to see you there.